before we get started with today's video, I would like to remind you to like and subscribe to my channel, and please share this video on your social media for me. Hello, NoobToob here with another video for you today, and this is kind of a spin-off of my top 5 unconventional things to bring to college with you video. Sorry if I did not get that autocorrect. Yes, I am pretty much live playing this at the same time I'm speaking. The other one I had a script, but I decided to give it a chance, and to just talk as I play, which may be difficult. But considering the allies are pinned down at the beach, shouldn't be too much of an issue. Oh look, a guy here. Got him a few times. Anyways, but this video is going to be top 10 things that you better not forget for college. Number 1, clothing. This may be obvious, but you need clothing. You can't, this isn't something that you can just conveniently obtain without spending a little bit of money. As you know, clothing is expensive, and especially if you live in Alaska, like one of my friends at college, well, acquaintances, I should say, then there is no, oh, I forgot my yoga pants. Let me go back home, which is like 30 minutes away. This only works if you're Italian. And unfortunately, and I just died, but unfortunately, a lot of people at college are not townies. They live at least a few hours away, like me. I live even further away from my college now, so there is no just going back. Number 2, a kettle. If you want to make ramen, then you have to have a kettle. You can't get around that. Like, you have to have a kettle. There's no question. You must have a kettle. So, bring a kettle. I'm sure at the orientation you go to, and your parents and friends, if you have any in college, or any friends at all, hopefully you have friends, and at least someone you know in college, then you're definitely going to know to bring a kettle. But, you know, you're watching this video, you may not know, may not be immediately obvious to you. Even if your roommates bring a kettle, bring your own. They're cheap, and it will also help out a lot because, you know, it's nice not having to ask people for things. I mean, not trying to be prideful or anything, but it is pretty nice to have your own stuff. You know, not to use as like leveraging power or anything, but because just asking for things gets old after a while, and eventually you just want to be able to go get your kettle and just make your cup of tea or coffee. And that kind of leads me into the third thing to bring to college, and that is food. Like, okay, my college has a meal plan, but the DC food, the dining common food, that's what we call it in DC, because we're cool that way. The food isn't the best. It's not the best. And there certainly is no snacking, especially with COVID. Like, it used to be open from 7 to 7. Now it is open at meal times, so it's open 3 times a day for a few hours, but not nearly enough to go get a snack. And number 4, something that you definitely want at college. This kind of goes along with the first one, but bring warm clothing, especially during the winter. Make sure to bring a jacket with you. Maybe that was kind of a cheesy one, but I had to think about something in the moment, and that was not easy. I don't know why I'm doing so bad in this game. Probably because I'm talking to you people, but this is more important. Okay, so we've covered that you need to bring a jacket. Number 5, dishes. Bring dishes, for all that is holy. Bring dishes. You need something to eat off of. You cannot skip out on that. You just can't. Man, almost got that guy. So yeah, bring dishes. And like I said in my other video, bring more than just enough dishes for you. Bring some for friends. Like, if you have roommates like I do, I have 2 roommates. So I'm living in a room with a few other guys. They're great guys, international students too, so it's always interesting talking about learning about their countries. Not gonna lie. But yeah, you definitely want to bring enough dishes for your roommates. Now, you don't have to bring enough to have dishes for them and you and some to spare. I mean, it is college after all. You are not living in a house and you do not have a family with kids or anything. So you don't have to go all out. Just at least bring, if you have 2 other roommates, bring enough dishes for all of you to be able to use at once. That's what I would say. I haven't followed through with that with the bowls and utensils that I have, but they have their own utensils. But whenever it comes to cups, yeah, we can definitely share. And to number 6, bring at least a knife / multi-tool with you. Like, chances are you'll get sent mail and stuff at college, and you may need to fix something, you may need to cut something open, not for self-defense or anything, obviously, but bring something that you can use to pry something open, maybe open bags of food. Like, a butter knife just doesn't cut it. So bring like a knife with a multi-tool on it, like maybe pliers, like just a Gerber, if you know what I'm talking about. You know, people say just bring a Gerber, they're usually talking about bringing a multi-tool, so bring that. And now time for the 7th thing to bring to college. Let me think of one you can watch me suck at combat for a while. But for the 7th thing, as you can see, I'm an officer. Let me see. What are you going to want to bring? It's hard to list things because, like, you bring all these things, but you're trying to, like, come up with, like, top things to bring. Top 10. Dang it, I died. They may actually take the beach. Oh, bring bedding. Don't forget bedding. And maybe even bring a mattress pad. You know what I mean. It's foam, it's cushy, it's comfy. And like, you never know what kind of mattress you're gonna get in college. Probably not a good one. You don't need anything like a Tempur-Pedic bed, but just bring something nice. I'm on the 8th thing now. So yeah, 8th. Bring plenty of school supplies. School / office supplies. Like, this isn't high school. Like, you can't just bring a box of crayons and be set. You can't just bring a pack of colored pencils, maybe some paper. Like, you need to go beyond that. Remember, you're at college and you're isolated. Now, like, the college I go to happens to have a store on campus where you can buy stuff for slightly inflated prices, I dare say. But yeah, take advantage of sales and stuff like after school sales, or maybe they're trying to get rid of some school supplies. Take advantage of those sales and go buy yourself. Yeah, and go buy yourself some supplies, especially pencils, pens, notepads, stuff like that. Anything, a stapler, bring a stapler. If you want to bring a copier, bring one. Number 9, this may be obvious, and if you're going to college on the poor end of the spectrum, you know, all respect for you, you know, you're going to college, you're going to be an engineer or a doctor or anything. I'm just naming those 2 things. But bring your own laptop. Schools do have computers and stuff, but you don't want to use a school computer to have to do all your assignments. Trust me, there is no late night studying on a school computer if the buildings close down periodically. And like at night, like the ones at my college do. You please just bring your own laptop. Even if you don't have much money, buy a used laptop. Just anything is better than using a school computer. Those computers usually have to warm up. I'm not saying they're a piece of junk, but you definitely want your own laptop. You can check your email and stuff. You could get a VPN on it if the school monitors everything you look at or blocks sites. And no, I'm not endorsing looking at pornography or anything on the computer. That is not why. I just think it's creepy. I just think it's weird for a university to just monitor everything you do. I mean, then again, you are on their Wi-Fi, but still. I mean, college to me, I look at it as a business transaction. I don't look at it as I'm still a child going to college. I look at myself and anyone that can afford to go to college as, though they may not actually act like it, they are grown adults unless they're 17 and in college. And I think that they should be treated like they're adults. And blocking sites that may not even be bad, or just being able to monitor what they do, I just find extremely invasive. Intrusive, whatever, yeah. I find it very intrusive. Okay, now for the 10th thing to bring to college. Let me see. Oh yeah, toiletries. Bring toiletries to college. Trust me. You have to have toiletries. There is no getting around that. You know, I don't care if you don't sweat in your armpits, and if you can just go buy a toothbrush at a CVS nearby or a Walgreens. Bring all that stuff with you, because it's nice being able to move into your dorm room and not having to do a dang thing. Just, you move in, you have all your stuff right there with you to live at college. You have your ramen, you have your hot chocolate, you have your popcorn, you have your clothing, you have a coat in case it gets cold. You have everything that you need. It will make your transition to college very, very easy. You don't want to get to college and be missing something. Like, I've done that before, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm missing something. So I have to go buy it. That goes for charging cables, or your devices, anything. Just have it all there with you. Don't just leave home and leave all your stuff there saying, well, I'll be home in a few months, so I don't need to take everything with me and lug it all back. No, please do. Look, if you live out of state, or even out of country, and you can't just bring everything with you, then, oh my goodness, that guy's hacking. I understand, like, just bring the bare necessities and buy your toiletries, but for those of you that live in the state which your college is in, or a state over, or a few states over, bring all that stuff with you. Make your transition to college stress-free and easy. You have enough stress with figuring out, your different professors, what they want on quizzes, what they're going to ask you specifically. You have enough things to figure out without having to figure out where your next meal is coming from, or snack, I should say. So definitely make it easy on yourself and just have it all there with you. And I died. Okay. This is going to conclude today's video. I just wanted to make this video to help anyone out that does not know what to bring to college. Hopefully they know to at least bring clothing, but I hope this covered it for you and provided some interesting things to watch other than me inserting 100 different images I found on Google that were edited through Canva to add words to them, and better than seeing my bearded face on camera. I think it's a lot of fun just playing Roblox and just being able to chat with my followers and people that do not follow my page.